G'day guys, there is just 2 rounds left of the NRL, which is quite sad. We're getting close to finals time, and I think you could say that 7th and 8th spot is still up for grabs. 1 to 6 is pretty much a given, locked in for finals. But let's get into my round 24 tips, because I've gone tough this week. Okay, the first game sees the Cowboys in 14th position, getting a win last week, moving from 15th up against the Bulldogs, who are playing a great style of footy, now in 12th position. Remus Smith is out, which brings Jaden Okunbor into the side, which I think is fantastic for the young bloke to have a shot again. The ins and out list is really funny here, so I might be wrong, but Jake Clifford is named in jersey 23, so he has a small chance of returning for the Cowboys. Unlikely though, down that list. Ofahigi Ogden is on the reserves. As I said, Remus Smith is out. That's about the only change for this one. Look, the Bulldogs are playing really well, and they need to win this game if they want to make the top 8, which is almost impossible, but I don't know, I'm thinking it could happen, but I think the Cowboys, it's the last game at 1300 Smile Stadium before it goes through a rebuild. I think they're going to be too good here. And I was thinking a 13-plus win, but with the style of footy the Bulldogs are playing, I think they'll make it hard. It'll be gritty, low scoring, just like most Bulldogs game this year. I think the Cowboys will win 22-12. I hope that number 7, Michael Morgan, controls his kicking game for the side. And I do look forward to the matchup between Meaney and Felt. They're both scoring great tries as wingers at the moment. Next game sees the Warriors up against the Rabbits. I was almost going to tip an upset here going with the Warriors, but I just can't. And watch, now that I've tipped against them, they probably will win. The Rabbitohs haven't been playing well, but I think against Melbourne about a month ago, they played really good. And then they went on a downfall, losing 2 in a row, I believe. And then they've beaten the Broncos in a gritty win where they played okay. But Damien Cook, the number 9, he seemed to find some form in this game, and I think he can bring that in. James Roberts, it says in, but he's definitely out. Alex Johnson is in. Now, is he on the bench? No, he is named... Okay, he's on the wing. Surprisingly, he's not at fullback. He is on the wing for Roberts. That's a strange one. So Campbell Graham goes to the centres. That's different. But I think the Bunnies will be too good here. And I had them for quite a decent score. I had the Rabbits to beat the Warriors 26-12. As I said, the Warriors, they don't have much to play for. They are at home. They'll put in a fight. But I just think the Bunnies will be too good. They've got too much class for this team. The way Damien Cook found some form. Johnny Sutton's coming close to his last couple games. I expect a big game from him as well. Sam Burgess named in jersey 8, but he's a chance of still being injured, I've heard. So Bunnies to win this one. The next game sees the Brisbane Broncos taking on my Parramatta Eels. This game for us is so crucial. Now, we've sealed a spot in the top 8. There's no way out now, which is good. However, if we want to play a home final, we have to win this game because we can still drop off, say, to 8th position. It's unlikely, but if we lose both games, this game could go 2 ways. I'm going to tell you what I don't think is going to happen, and I've been feeling it, and I hope I'm wrong. I'm not going to tip it. The Broncos could come out firing and flog us. We have a shit away record, but we have a good record up in Suncorp. I was almost going to tip the Broncos 32-12, 2 tries from us. But the inclusion of Blake Ferguson, I think it is a massive in for us. So yes, Blake Ferguson is in. Josh Hoffman's also named in jersey 21, which I quite like. Nathan Brown out due to a shoulder charge. Jake Turpin and Tavita Pangai is out for an extended amount of time. So the halves are Sean O'Sullivan and Darius Boyd. You know what? I think we'll win this game. I don't think we'll win convincingly. I think it'll be a very gritty win, just like the Souths and Broncos game. But I think we turn up at Suncorp. We've got a good following up there in Queensland. A lot of people saying they're going to the game. I think the Eels will actually win this and secure a home final at Bankwest after the upset against the Bulldogs. They're definitely not going to play top 4 in my opinion. But I think the Eels can win 22-18, and I'm expecting Fergo to have a big game back. Good on ya. The next game is... It's difficult to tip, and there's a lot of games like that this week. But this one I find hard because I saw a lot from the Titans, both against the Eel and against the Storm. I thought they were extremely brave and unlucky to lose both games, even though they fell off the wagon a bit. The Knights, on the other hand, spoken briefly about, but not too much. They've sacked their coach, Nathan Brown, and now his exit is effective immediately, which means someone will take over for the rest of the season. There's so much pressure on the Knights to win this game, and they're good at winning games under pressure. But you know what? The Titans are desperate, and for one of the first times this year, I'm tipping the Titans for an upset. I think the Titans will get the job done at McDonald Jones Stadium, 16 points to 14. As for the ins and outs, you've got... Oh my God, my phone just crashed. Sorry guys, bear with me. I had it all saved and crap. The NRL app, hey? Okay, the Titans reserves, Anthony Don, Ash Taylor named in jersey 20. I thought he wasn't playing. Danny Levi out. Mitch Rain suspended, I believe. He is suspended. I think the Titans will win this game. I'm expecting them to play good against the Knights. A lot of pressure on the Knights. Everyone will probably be tipping the Knights 13 plus. I'm going the other way. Titans by 2 points in a low-scoring match. The next game sees a genuine change that I love. And don't get me wrong, Brodie Croft has actually been overlooked in the reserves. Now, I think he definitely deserves a bench spot. Jerome Hughes at number 7, the halfback, and then Ryan Pappenhausen at fullback. He's electric for Melbourne. He was electric at Suncorp. He was electric against the Tigers. He's a fantastic player. Actually, twice at Suncorp. But, I think Brodie Croft deserves a bench spot, but he's named in jersey 20, so I don't think he will play. There's not many ins and outs. Joel Thompson is out for the Manly Sea Eagles, and as I said, Brodie Croft. I don't know why, because it was 11 points to 10 last time, but I think Manly and the Storm here will both get a lot of points. I think it'll be a very high-scoring clash where the Storm get the better of the Sea Eagle, but I'm tipping the Storm in a thriller, 30 points to 22. It's a high-scoring one. I have a roughie who I'm not going to include in my best bets, but I'm going to say that, I don't know, Dale Finucane. Watch out for him in this match. I think he might just cross the line for a try. I think this Melbourne Storm team up against the Sea Eagles, Pappenhausen versus Travojevic, Elliott versus Chambers. There's some great matches here. Ruben Garrick versus Josh Adokar, and I think Ruben Garrick has won that battle this year. Josh Adokar has been good, but he's been fairly quiet. Jake Travojevic at lock against Dale Finucane. I'm looking forward to this match, but I think the Storm will be too good. Storm by 8. This game sees the Roosters at the SCG against the Panthers. Now, I probably would have gone to this game because I want to go to the SCG, but I'm going to Hilltop Woods on Saturday night instead. Had those tickets for a while. I think it'll be an okay clash, but obviously I can't see the Panthers winning. They beat them once this year, but I think the Roosters will be too good. They're putting cricket scores on teams, and I think this will be another one of them. I'm tipping the Roosters 30 points to 10. I'm tipping Latrell. I'm going to say Latrell Mitchell. He comes back into the side, which drops, is it Billy Smith? I think his name is Billy Smith into the reserves. But he will obviously need to overcome the calf injury, Latrell. But if he plays, I think he'll have a big game in this match. Isaiah Yeo is out for the Panthers, which means that, who was it? It was James Fisher-Harris moves from the front row to lock. Regan Campbell-Gillard named in jersey 17, so he's on the bench. And, Boyd Cordner also named in jersey 21 in doubt. And as I said, I think the Panthers, I think their season's over. At the start of the year, it's disappointing. I put them to make the 8. I put them to make the grand final. Never said they'd win the grand final. I don't think I went that far. But they're now sitting in 10th spot. After 7 wins in a row, they've really fallen off the trot. They played a good game against I think it was the Sharks a couple of weeks ago, or the Broncos, one of the two. But Roosters too good here. Roosters 30 to 10. They love the SCG. This next game is also impossible for me to tip, so I've gone with a very unwise tip in my opinion. Look, the Sharks up against the Raiders. The last game at PointsBet Stadium. I'm being told that it's getting rebuilt as well, but I'm not sure how much truth there is to that. Now, number 13, lock, Paul Gallen. It's his last game at home. Will the Sharks get up for him? I do hope so. I think the Raiders have to seal their top 4 spot by winning this game. They're sitting in 3rd position. If Manly lose, they will be top 4 if they win this game. It's at Cronulla. I almost went the Sharks. Will it go to Golden Point? I don't know, but I'm tipping the Raiders by 1 point. Who's going to kick the field goal? I'm going to go Jack Whiten. I'm tipping the Raiders 25-24. I think this game will be amazing. I can't wait to watch it. It's on Father's Day, so I might try and watch it with my dad. Bronson Cherry up against Jared Croker. You've got Chad Townsend against Aiden Caesar, both having fairly decent seasons. And then you got John Bateman up against rookie Britton Nakora. There's some fantastic matchups. Last time they played, the Raiders got the better of them by 2 points. But I don't know. Layla was suspended. Blake Brayley is in, and Sisai Feki is out, bringing Ronaldo Matadia in number 5. What do you guys think about this one? Will Paul Gallen, in his last game at home, lift the Sharks to a win, a victory? Or will the Raiders seal their top 4 spot? Hard game to pick. Raiders by 1. Final game of the round. And then we go into the last round of footy after this. It is the Dragons at the SCG taking on the West Tigers. If it wasn't Father's Day, this is a game I would be at. I told you guys I want to be at the SCG. Now, Tristan Saylor is in for the Dragons. He is named at fullback once again for the side, which is fantastic as Matt Duffy has been overlooked. Ben Hunt is named in jersey 21. It's got Nrl next to his name, so I don't know what that means. Ravalawa in the reserves in jersey 18. He may or may not play. As for the Tigers reserves, Chris McQueen. Look, the Tigers have too much for me to play for. The Dragons have a great record against them, and they could turn up for Gareth Widdop. But for me, the Dragons aren't doing much. They won the second half. They played good last week, but I think it was a one-time thing. Tigers are coming 9th. They haven't played finals in, I think, 6 years. They've got the Sharks at Leichhardt next week and this one. And I think I don't know. The Sharks have got to win one of the two. But I think the Tigers are a big chance of making the 8. A massive, massive chance at looking at this. And I do think they prove it by winning this game. Benji Marshall was fantastic last week. I think he brings some of that form into this match. And I'm tipping the Tigers to beat the Dragons 24 points to 16. Have it, guys. Those are my tips. Let me know yours in the comments. Please do hit that subscribe if you're turning the video off now and you don't want to have a bet. But let's get into the best bets. This week's multi, we're going to go the Cowboys at home 1-12, the Storm head-to-head, the Tigers head-to-head, and I'm going to brush home with the Eels up at Suncorp 1-12, paying $29. I've picked a try scorer from every game this week, and it's paying $2,800. Back them individually, chuck a couple bucks on each. Let's go with Jordan Kahu for the Cowboys. Let's go with Campbell Graham for the Rabbits. Coming back for Parramatta, let's go with Blake Ferguson to have an absolutely massive game. I think the Titans can upset the Knights, so I'm going to go with Brian Kelly to score a try. One of my best roughies for the week in the Storm and Manly game, Felice Kafusi. I spoke about him earlier. If he has a big game for the Roosters, Latrell Mitchell. He was quiet for the Raiders last week, but I do think the Raiders will get the better of the Sharks. Let's back the fullback, Shans Nickel-Klokstad, to score a try. And finally, David Nufaluma paying $2,000. With my mega multi, let's jump into the mega one. There's only 2 more of these this year. I'm going to go with under 40 points in the Eels and Bronco. I think it'll be medium scoring, but not a high scoring thriller. This is the one that might stuff it up for me. The Knights at half time, but the Titans to win that match at McDonald Jones Stadium at full time. That itself is paying $9.50. We're going to go with Latrell Mitchell, anytime try scorer. And he's been a little bit quiet. For the Dragons, I'm going to go with Corey Norman. I think Corey Norman, 5'8", can cross the line at any time, paying $150. Let me know your tips in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We are nearly at 1,000 subscribers. There is 5 days to enter that giveaway. All you need to do is guess how much my pop vinyl collection is worth. Go and check out that video. Check out the vlogs. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Go to the Parramatta Eel. Enjoy round 24.